What's up, Lucky Gamers? It's Lucky Lux. Today we're going to be going over the top 5 DPS characters that you can have on your account for when you start global. For those of you who are wanting to be like free to play, or you're just really wanting to make sure that you can start your account off strong, these DPS characters will be able to help you out in a sense where you don't really have to build too complicated of a team around them as well. They're so strong that typically if you just have a couple of characters with them, they will be able to carry you all the way out to end game. So let's go ahead and get into the video. First character we have up is Centurion. She's going to be a 6-star character that is going to be a beast of Platus with the reality damage type. Her kit is mostly going to revolve around her quickly gaining and using her Moxie. So with the Moxie, she'll be able to either spam ult or load it up for her single target attack on one of her skills to be able to do extra damage. In her kit, she has self-healing and damage reduction as well, with having a high crit base stat. So her damage ceiling is going to be very high, and she's going to be a great carry for you to have. And if you're wanting to invest in copies and her, will be great options for you. Now, there are some characters that pair really well with her, especially when starting up in the game. You have Lilya, who's going to be a great reality damage support, which is going to be one of the 6 stars. And then you have characters like Centurion, which is going to be a great match for reality damage characters. Honestly, with the fact that Centurion is a waifu, which is one of the biggest reasons why it's a pull for her, she's going to be helping you out in early, mid, and even to late game, making her a very strong option. Now, the next character that we have is going to be Eternity. She's going to be a 6-star character. She's going to be the Mineral of Platus, and she's going to be a reality damage type. Now, her kit is going to revolve around her creating a balance between losing HP and dealing damage with her ultimate and her skills. So you're going to be balancing her skills and her ultimate, where she's going to be losing HP and then gaining it back with her ult. Now, she is going to be honestly the type who wants to use as much AP as she can. So try to get some synergy with your teammates when using her. But one of the good things is that she's going to be great for you between the early, mid, and late game. And she offers a lot of survivability from missions where she's going to be soloed to where she's going to be on a team as well. She is one of the characters that you get to start off with in the starting 6-star banner. So really easy character to get and put on your team, who will help you throughout the game, again, all the way to late game. Now, some teammates that'll be great to use with her also will be Lilya is honestly just going to be a great character to pair with reality damage characters. Also, Centurion as well, boosting reality damage on teams. With the amount of sustain that she has in her kit, with honestly minimal investment, into where if you get copies with her, where she just becomes stronger and is allowed to heal even more, she is a great option to put on your team if you decide to go with her and make her your main DPS. Alright, so next character we have up is going to be Regulus. She's a 6-star character with a Star of Platus, and she's going to be a mental damage type. Now, she's a character that's going to be revolved around using her Restless Heart by not moving for 1 turn, and then she will do extra damage and have extra Moxie when she acts. Now, she will use less action points than many because she's not acting, so you will want some teammates who can put out some damage in between those turns. Therefore, you could probably have a sub DPS on her team if you're able to and you have the survivability. With her rock and roll buff that she has, she can convert excess crit rate to crit damage. She also offers some utility to her teammates, giving them dodge, which will allow them to dodge all non-ultimate attacks every turn. Now, in the early game, she won't seem as powerful for you, but as you move into the mid to late game, she will prove to be very strong because of the crit that she has, making her a very easy character to build. Some characters that are going to be great to pair with her are going to be Baby Blue. She's going to help out with mental damage buff, and then also having characters like Lilya, who just honestly is just a great buffer, who gives universal buffs regardless if you're reality or mental. All right, so next character we have up is going to be Lilya. She's going to be a 6-star character with the star of latest. She's going to be a reality damage type. Now, she is a character that's going to be revolved around critting as much as possible. She gets extra effects on her abilities if she can crit, like extra leash rate and having an extra attack. So she's going to want to get teammates who can boost her crit as high as possible. So you're going to have to be lowering the crit defense on enemies and also give her a higher chance of critting. Like I said. Now, in the early game, she's going to be a little difficult to use as a carry, only because she won't be able to get her full damage potential early on. But if you're wanting to have a character who can move you to the late game, she's going to be a great option, because once you invest into her and give her her insight levels, she's able to have the highest single target damage in the game if she can crit. So with investment, she becomes a crazy character to have. But again, you want to make sure to have specific teammates around her, which is why I wouldn't necessarily rival her as to be the best to have at the start of the game. But if you're wanting to nuke bosses and do tons of damage as you move to mid to late game, she will be a wonderful option for you. So with needing to have crit on your team, Voyager is going to be a honestly very vital character to have on your team. And you can also use her with Regulus if you're able to get Regulus as well, because she will help the crit rate up with enemies. And remember when I said Regulus also can have another teammate with her to help do damage? Well, you can pair Regulus and Lilya together to help out. And of course, characters like Bjorn Bloom and Ann Lee will also be great for Lilya as well, but they won't really help with the crit rate that she needs. All right, guys, so the last girl we have to talk about is Charlie. She's going to be a 5-star rarity with the star of latest. She's going to be a mental damage type. Now, she's going to be a character that revolves around just honestly doing damage. She has tons of damage, and when you're able to get higher portrait upgrades, her ultimate becomes a AoE damage nuke, and she's the only 5-star character that can surpass Lilya in damage. So when you get the Insight 3, she gives herself a buff that will replace lesser buffs of the same type. So she wants buff support teammates without a damage buff, like Baby Blue and different others. So she's gonna want like Voyager, who gives her extra crit, and then Lee to help her out, right? And you can use a lot of different teammates with her. Again, you just don't want a lot of damage buffs with her. And the fact that she's a 5-star means she's going to be very easy to get. You can get her on launch. You can get her off the banner. At the start, there's a 5-star selector in 1.4. So a great character to have when you upgrade into her, and she's going to be a mental damage character. So if you go at your 6-star, just know that you have Charlie that you can build up, who's going to be a very strong character to have. So with that, this will conclude this video. Hopefully this video was helpful for those of you who are unsure with who you want to go with, and you just wanted a little bit of insight on the characters. I know I didn't do a deep dive. This was mainly a summary of the characters and their kits and a couple of teammates that you can pair with them to help you guys out as global comes, and then from on beyond, right, as we get into mid and late game. If this video is helpful, please let me know by liking the video. I love the amount of interaction you guys have been having on my videos. Also, comment down below what character you're looking for. I know a lot of people are really going between Centurion and Eternity because of the fact that they are honestly beautiful waifus and they do a lot of damage. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section who you're wanting to go with. And then also sub up to the channel, because I'm dropping tons of reverse 1999 content. And click the bell, that way you know when I go live or I upload my next video. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You lucky gamers, have a good one. Lucky Lux out.